He stirred up a rivalry with a close and old friend. He kicked up a diplomatic firestorm and unleashed a wave of anti-India sentiment. I'm talking about KP Sharma Oli, the Prime Minister of Nepal. Oli decided to pick a fight with India, but he remains blind to Chinese encroachments in Nepal, and now he's fighting to save his job. Our cover story tonight is about how Oli's campaign to stay in office has taken a turn for the worse, and his government could be headed for a collapse. This report came out this morning. It's from the Kathmandu Post and it does not mince words. The report says that KP Sharma Oli's position as Prime Minister of Nepal is on shaky ground. His own party wants him to quit. Rival factions have gained ground and they want Comrade Oli out. Now, the Nepal Communist Party, the ruling party in the country, is actually a coalition of two communist parties, one headed by Pushp Kamal Dahal, better known as Prachand, and the other by KP Sharma Oli. They joined hands 2 years ago and came to power in Nepal. It was an arranged marriage. China was the matchmaker. 2 years on, the marriage is at breaking point and divorce appears imminent. At the heart of the conflict is the Prime Minister's chair. Prachand has served as Prime Minister of Nepal twice. He wants the post again. And for that, he wants Oli to step down. His supporters accuse the Prime Minister of failing the party and the government. Oli's stock, by the way, was already low. There were protests against his government. And their response to the Wuhan virus outbreak has been poor. To stay in office, Oli tried to whip up national pride. He took a tough position against India to prove his territorial nationalism. It did work for a while, but it doesn't work anymore. The wind is blowing in a different direction now. This week, Oli's government faced a series of setbacks. First, the opposition moved a resolution in parliament. They asked why Nepal had gifted its land to China. The resolution that China has said that China has encroached more than 64 hectares of Nepal's land. This is in different districts close to the Nepal-China border. The problems for Comrade Oli did not end there. On Wednesday, the Standing Committee of the Nepal Communist Party began a meeting. And this meeting was combative. Oli is the chair of the party. He's also the Prime Minister. But within the Standing Committee, he found himself in minority. Reports say only 11 out of the 44 committee members were on his side. Many in the rival faction said he must step down as Prime Minister. This is now an open battle for power in Nepal. Both Oli and Prachand want to lead the country, but there can only be one Prime Minister. So their fight is playing out in public. The Standing Committee was supposed to continue its meeting today, but Prime Minister Oli decided to skip it. A report said that Oli had prior commitments. Now, in the past, the Chinese ambassador to Nepal has openly intervened in such matters. She held meetings of the ruling party to sort out differences and keep the government afloat. We don't know what she's doing this time to contain the damage, but Prime Minister Oli is clearly caught between a rock and a hard place. He picked China over India, he surrendered his sovereignty, and the move boomeranged. Oli's downfall has been a long time coming. Prachand has been at it for a while. He's the co-chair of the ruling party of Nepal. And last year, he made similar demands for the Prime Minister's ouster. On 2 occasions, Prachand reminded Oli of the deal of their union. The deal said this: they will both head the party and lead the government in rotation. But Oli has not kept his promise. It's almost as if history is repeating itself. In 2016, Prachand found himself in the same situation. He was in a coalition government with Oli. Oli had refused to hand over the reins of power to him, so Prachand decided to dump Oli and join hands with the Nepali Congress, which is right now the main opposition party. 4 years later, Prachand is facing the same situation. Will he make the same mistake twice? Also, will the people of Nepal forgive a Prime Minister who will compromise to any extent to remain in power? Oli is losing Nepal's land to China. He is losing India's sympathy. He is losing his people's confidence. And now, it seems, he is losing the support of his own party.